Hey, I'm going to try to show
Hello.
you this call to
Hey,
close,
Virginia?
but I'm going to try to
Oh.
illustrate different turns in the call
Virginia?
so that you can
Yes.
understand
Hey,
how
ma'am.
the
My
actual
name's
process
Damian
works
Tackett. I'm the
and
underwriting
maybe
manager
avoid some
at
of
the
the
insurance
setbacks
center
that
in
people
Las
have.
Vegas.
Since I
And
am
Virginia,
a
I tried to send you
technological
some
idiot,
mail
this
this
is going to be
past week,
fun,
but I need to check your
but
address.
let's see
It
if we
came
get
back
through.
non-deliverable. Southwest Apartment
So
3?
this client's name is Virginia,
No, it's 8.
and I used the
Are you
standard
looking for
introduction
my
that I use with
apartment
every
or my
call.
address, or my mailing address?
Your mailing address.
My mailing address is 17 Toll V as in Victor A, Albuquerque, New Mexico
So I
87121.
experienced
That
very
makes
It's
sense.
a
little,
house.
as you can
Okay,
see,
that makes
very
sense. I
little feedback
apologize.
here.
It looks like
In fact, she
we
corrected
really
her
dropped the ball
address
on this. We've been trying
when
to
we had the
get this
wrong
out to you
address.
for a couple of months now. Virginia,
And what is it?
this is the information grams, the regulated ones. Has anybody else in my office got a
And you
hold
can
of you,
hear
or
I've
am I the first
blanked
person?
out a lot of the personally
Probably
identifiable
just you. And
information.
if anybody has, I haven't been answering my phone. I've been sick.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What was going on?
I just had a real bad, just like cold. I had a bad cold.
And this is the
Well,
first
I'm
part of
glad
the
you're
call.
feeling better,
It's get their
Virginia.
attention
So, hey, I'm going to get this
and
out to you
keep them
now
on
that
the
we
call.
know the
That's your
right
goal here.
address. I'm just going to make sure everything else was right. You put on the form you were born 8663, right?
Yes.
Okay. And it doesn't say, but are you looking just for yourself, Virginia, or is it you and someone else?
Try just for me
So
for
you make
now.
yourself
Yes,
interested in
ma'am.
your client's
Okay.
situation
And do you
and
have anything
your
else in place
client's
yet,
world,
or I'm guessing
and they
that's
can
why you
tell if
got a
it's
hold of me?
No.
genuine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Virginia, the way these state programs work
So you're
is that
verifying the
we don't
information you
have to
have.
send you to your doctor to get an exam, and I don't have to have anybody come do a blood test or anything like that.
And now you're
But what we do
evaluating and
have
trying
to
to
do
identify their need.
is I have to
So
get you
she was looking
qualified,
just for
and we do
herself,
that by doing a medical underwriting
and
interview.
nothing else was in
Now,
place.
Uh huh.
I can send somebody to your house to do it, or you and I can knock it out on the phone. Which one's better?
To the phone,
I want
but
you to
not
notice
today.
here,
Okay.
this is the
Okay.
important turn.
So
I'm
I'll
giving
tell
her
you
the
what, I'm just
option,
going to get the
phone or in
basic
person.
information together so that when we do talk again, we'll be ready, okay?
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't hear very well.
No,
All this out. Go ahead.
you're fine, love. You're fine,
So
love.
she picked the
So
phone. They
when
always
we're
pick the
looking at your
phone.
final
But
expense
you heard her
needs,
say,
I need to
not today.
understand
This was
what were
her
you
attempt to
hoping to
get me
cover?
off of the phone.
Just a burial
It's
and
not that she
funeral?
was
Do you have
busy,
any
it's that
bills that you
she
need to make
didn't
sure
want
we get
to be
taken
on the
care of?
telephone.
What do you
So
need
you
to
No,
just
know?
keep
just
pushing through. You
the
try to start the process, get right back
bed
into your
and hope
presentation.
that a little bit of money from my family.
Yes, ma'am. And speaking of that, who are your beneficiaries? Who are we leaving this money to?
To my children.
How many children do you have, love?
4.
Okay. And are we going to break it down evenly between each one of the
Yes.
four? Okay.
Yes.
All right. What are their first names?
Genevieve,
Yep.
Genevieve,
Yep.
Margaret, Mardre,
Yep.
So on every call, you're trying to find the
Angela
why right
is
away. So it's important.
Angela,
Who is your
and her last
beneficiary?
name's Travis.
So you can help
Okay.
keep in their
Okay, and
mind
then
why
my
they're doing
son
this.
Andrew Martinez Jr. That's my son, youngest.
He's the youngest. How old is he?
Well, youngest of my children. He's 30.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right. I gotcha. So when you're thinking about your health, dear, have you ever had any major issues like heart disease?
So she was
No,
super quick to
Okay. High blood
identify her
pressure?
why, her children, her
I was
beneficiaries.
just
With no
diagnosed with high blood
hesitation,
pressure.
she was naming them
Okay.
out.
Do
That's a
they
very
do they
good sign in
prescribe
your
you a
call.
pill like metformin or something like that?
No, they give me Loristan or something like that. LOR,
Yeah.
something like that.
You go
So
into your
that's good news.
basic
That means
medical
it's not
screening.
real serious. That's not a
No,
real
And
strong
especially
pill.
when you're new,
Okay.
what you want to
no,
do
Are
is
you
you want
are
to
you
take that
diabetic, Virginia?
information, put it
no,
directly into your quoting
Have you ever
tools.
had
I use
cancer?
the in-home help.
no,
Do you have COPD?
no.
Okay. What's your height, love?
5'3".
5'3".
The
You're a
diabetes
little
questions
one.
are
And what's your
important.
weight?
You're looking to make
My
sure
weight
that there's
is
not,
a lot.
well, not
I-
that make sure that there's not, but you're looking to see if there's a metformin
That's
gabapentin
not as bad as
combination,
you think it is.
because that
Now, when you
signals
told
to
me
the
a
carriers
lot,
with a
I thought you were
simplified
talking
issue
about how I
neuropathy.
used to be. I used to weigh 500 pounds. Would you believe that?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was 20 years ago, and then I learned to kind
Yeah.
of push away from the donuts a little bit. But
Right.
now I'm down to just about where you are, maybe a little bit more. I'm like 293 now,
That's good.
But you're not doing
Be
bad at
careful with
all.
the weight
Okay.
question, especially with
All
a
right.
lady.
So
They can
what
get
I'm going to do
sensitive.
real quick is I'm
So
going to run you
be
through the
cautious
different
with how you
states
ask that.
database systems, and it takes a minute, so bear with me. It's kind of
Okay.
like think of the last time you went to do anything at the DMV. That's how slow this computer works. But hang with me.
Okay.
And what it's going to do is we're going to see exactly what you're eligible for, and we'll talk it over and figure out what'll work for you.
Okay, wait, hold on a second.
What
Okay,
I'm doing
hold on.
when I do that
Alrighty.
is that's when I start to get my quotes, right? So I start first, generally with Americo, from Americo to Aetna, from Aetna down the list. And that's regardless of
I'm
what the
sorry,
in-home help says. I always start with Americo. That's just the carrier that I feel treats the customer the
You're
best.
fine.
And I also really
You're the
like
last
Aetna,
person
so
I
I'll go there
helped
second.
today, and then I'm done early for the weekend. So
Oh, good. You can enjoy your weekend.
yeah, well, it's about time.
So far, this
It's
call's
about
been
time.
textbook.
Right.
Okay.
You're
So
moving through the
I'm looking at
transitions
these
of the
different
call.
programs, and they're really not bad. And if I get you approved, it's really a good thing. So let me just
Okay.
see the different levels. And what I'm looking for too, Virginia, is I'm only looking at the programs
That was a
that
bit of a
are
fib. I'm never
effective
done,
right now.
but
So if something happens, the
that's
kids
okay.
get the money.
It makes her feel special.
And I'm looking at programs where
every
if you
client
get
is special.
really, really sick, a good part of that money comes to you while you're living to help you take
You're
care
about
of
to
your
hear the
medical
biggest
bills.
mistake I made on this call. I made an assumption, and shame on me.
Let's see this.
Say that again because you broke up. What was that
Okay.
again?
Okay. No, what I was saying, love, is the program I think you qualify for, but I'm about to find out. It's effective
So
right
I'm
now.
about to assume
So if
how much
something
money I
happens
think
to
she
you, the
wants to
kids will
spend.
get the money right
I
now.
almost talked her
And I'm
out
also
of a higher level
looking
of
into
coverage
one where
because I
if you
assumed
get
the money
really
was
sick,
tough.
you'll get a big part of that money up front to help take care of your expenses.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So this is what I found. If we do, you have 4 kids, so if we do $10,000
Now
of
I'm
coverage,
discussing the living benefits
that's
because you're presenting the
$2,500 for
value
each
of
of the
what you're
kids.
doing.
That's $38 a month.
If she was very ill
we
when we were doing
do-
this, then we
If
would be
we
talking a
do
different
$20,000
conversation
coverage,
because
that's
it would be guaranteed
$5,000 for
issue.
each one of your kids. You're looking at like $72 a month, and then you'd be eligible for 32, but that gets kind of pricey, love. I don't know if it would fit for you. That's
How much is a 30?
And I framed this
The
all
30 is
by kid
107.31 a
because it
month.
was obvious what
And
or
how
why
much
it
do my
was.
children get each?
So if we were to do the 30, and there's 4 of them. Oh, let me do that math. My heavens. Let me see. 30
This is
divided
where I
by
screwed
4.
up. I was assuming
Yeah,
her
I mean,
price
you would
comfort
be
level.
leaving each one of the kids $7,500.
Each of them will get that much?
What's that, love?
Each of my children will get that amount?
Yes, ma'am.
7,000?
Each one of your kids would get $7,500.
So she absolutely wanted the
That's
30.
what I want.
If I wouldn't,
Then what I'm gonna
if
do
I
is I'm gonna
wasn't
try to
careful
get you
there,
a
I
full
could have
approval.
talked her family out of the
So
protection
Please,
she
I'm
wanted.
putting
Shame
it in
on
the
me.
system right now.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to
Yes.
ask you questions I already know the answer to and spellings, but that's because, like my wife will say, I'm really good at making mistakes, so don't get mad at me, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
All right, spell your first name.
Now we're just
V-I-R.
moving
V is
into the
in Victor.
application. And what I do to buy myself time
V-I-R-T-I-N-I-A.
is I say this.
All right, do you have a middle initial?
A. Virginia Ann Ramirez.
She does say that, by the way.
They have it on my driver's license, A-N-N-E.
Okay.
I is an
And you're
Indian,
just
R is
filling
in
out your
Robert,
form.
E is an elephant, and C is in
Putting in
zebra.
their information and then start
Okay.
getting them ready
And you
for
told
the
me you
signature
were
process.
5'3", And you told me you're
I
110
also
pounds.
suggest you put all of this on
No,
paper
not
as well,
110.
because you
know,
don't
I'm
know if you're
joking
going to
with you,
have to
love.
pivot to a second carrier
I'm
choice.
joking with you. What state were you born in? Were you born here in New Mexico?
Yes.
Alright. All right, give me your address one more time, your mailing address.
That's where a
1,
start of
T
a
is a
report
Tom,
then.
O,
When you're
Victor,
getting their
A is an
personal
Apple, R is
information,
an
that's
Robert.
when it's time to
And
start to
that's
build
Tovar
rapport, because
Place,
you have to be a person.
Southwest,
It's different than when you're face to face and you're making
Albuquerque,
eye
New
contact
Mexico,
and it's obvious you're a
87121. It's a
person.
house.
You
Gotcha.
could
I
lose
see what
yourself in
happened. We
the
had apartment
telemarketer world
numbers
if
and
you don't
stuff
make it
on there.
obvious to your client that you're
Yeah,
a real
that's
person
no,
with their
that was
best
that's the
interest at
house.
heart.
That's my mailing address.
Okay.
That's
Do
my
you,
mailing address since my grandmother was alive for the last 40 years.
holy smokes. Hey, do you use email?
Yes, I do when I have my children around, so they can help me.
I get
But I
you.
have an email address.
What is it?
Okay, it is .com and tell it back to mommy MOMMY.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
We're dealing in the
So
final
hey,
expense
here in a
market. You
second,
have to
I'm gonna
understand a
send you
lot
a
of
text
times they
message,
don't.
and
Uh-huh.
what
And
it's
that's
gonna
okay.
do is
There's other
it's
ways
gonna let
around
me
that.
pull your prescription database, and
Okay.
I just need that to get you approved.
Okay.
All right, Gina, what's your social number?
5.
96.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this phone number that I'm talking to you on right now, it's a cell phone, right?
This is the
Yes.
extent of getting the social
Hey,
security
do me a
number.
favor so I don't have to change screens.
People
What's your
tend to
cell
make it
phone number
weird.
on that you're on
Don't
right now?
change your inflection. Don't do a lot of setup. Just
3366.
ask.
Gotcha.
And that's a
Okay.
result
I'm
90%
gonna
of the time.
review
You
everything
may
I've
get
done
a
so
little bit of
far, and
pushback,
then
but
I'm gonna
generally you
send you
won't.
that text. You don't smoke cigarettes, right?
No, I'm not. Well, I used to.
Well, yeah, we all did.
Sometimes you can run into
We all
problems with
did.
the signature because you're
Right.
dealing with the final expense market, so you
Okay,
have to
Gina,
be
here comes
patient.
that text.
Um,
It's
and
gonna
just
say
understand
America on it,
technology
and then
can be
right in the
difficult.
middle
I
of
mean,
it,
for
it'll
me,
have an
recording this video
authorization
while I'm
number you
talking
need to
about a
give me.
video is difficult.
Okay, hold on.
And
Take your
I'm not
time, love.
quite final expense, but I guess I'm getting closer every day.
Okay, I haven't
So for
got one
those of you who
yet.
don't know, America,
Okay, let me make sure I
probably my
did the
favorite
text right.
carrier.
50.
The signature
Yes.
is through a
I
text
wonder if
message or
it's
email,
because you know what?
and it's just a
You
little
know, you're
code
gonna
that
have to
shows up
call.
in either
There
of them.
comes.
It's very easy.
Oh,
There
there.
comes. But
My
you know what?
second
My
favorite,
sister's gonna
Aetna,
die.
you
I
don't
only
need
have
to
like
do this at
2%.
all. It's no secret
So
question.
Ooh,
let's
And
see.
what
hurry
I've
up and
recently
plug that
learned is
thing
some
in.
companies actually do a
Hold on.
voice recording, which is very cool. I may attempt that soon. Go plug in that phone, Virginia.
Hey, hold on.
Okay, take your time.
Okay, it says
This was a Saturday
View
show, by the way. I
America
love
foreign
working on the weekends.
Okay,
People
what do
are
I
home,
look
people are
for?
happy.
Right in the
You
middle of
know,
that message. You
Zig
don't even
Ziglar said
have to
what? What
click
you
it.
do
Like
Monday through
halfway
Friday,
down,
9 to
it'll
5,
say
keeps you alive. What you
authorization.
do before and after
Okay.
that makes you live. So, I mean, I've always had that perspective.
Okay,
So she's going to give me the code,
63004.
and that's going to do the prescription
All right.
database check.
Okay.
And what I've done
So
is
what
I've
this is going to
eliminated
do
the
is this
deeper
is
medical
pulling your
questionnaire from the
prescription
recording,
database,
because that's also
and then it's
self-explanatory.
going to come
Read
back and
what
it's
comes
going to
up on
have
your
more
screen as
questions
it
that I
comes up
have
on
to
your
ask
screen.
you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here's the questions. Have you ever been diagnosed with congestive heart failure or chronic? All right. Now this is in the last 24 months. It looks like it's not going to be an issue. I didn't think so. So let me go back to your beneficiaries for a minute. Let me get the spelling again for your daughters.
What did you want?
And
Let's
there's a
go over
standard
your
list of
beneficiary
questions,
information again.
a
Spell
couple
your
of
daughter's
pages worth
first
of
name
Okay.
again.
questions. You read them how they're presented,
Genevieve.
and then you
G-E-N.
click submit.
Bridget is her middle
Like I said, I
initial.
eliminated most of that. It really wasn't
What's
necessary
her
to help
birthday?
And
you.
then her
Go through there,
birthday
and
is
then you make sure you have your
9/22/80.
beneficiary information in.
All right. And daughter number 2?
Margaret, Margaret.
All right. And let's get your son's information one more time just so I don't make a mistake.
Okay, wait, there's still one more child
Oh,
before I
okay.
answer.
That's right.
Okay. Her
Birthday?
date
The
of
last
birth
part
is
of this call
her birthday is January
is once
24th,
you've gotten the
1983.
beneficiary information and you
1/24/83.
All right. Got it.
explain the
Daughter number
policy,
3?
Okay, now
get your
the
final
third
signature.
child is
And then it's
Angela.
important to make sure your information is saved by your client.
ANGEHAB
They
is in
need to be able
Victor
to
EZ.
contact you.
Birthday?
It's important to make
Her
sure that
birthday
they
is
understand when
8/15/1985.
the payments are going to come out.
All right. And your son?
And it's important to make
My
sure
son
that they
is
understand how
Andrew,
important what you've done
ANGREW,
is to them.
and his date of birth
It's a
is
tie down.
5/8/90.
Nice. Okay. Okay, so also it looks like the premium, I told you it was going to be too much. It's actually $96.22 a month.
That's 30,000, right?
Yes, ma'am, for 30,000.
That's exactly what I want. That's
Well,
fine.
I'm so glad that I could help.
What happened with her is I quoted her at first as a male, and I didn't notice until at this point in the ball game that, of course, she wasn't a male, so that made the premium less. Okay, just to recap, this is a very common call. The biggest, probably the only pushback she gave me was, I don't want to do it right now. And what that means is, hey, I really don't want to talk to you right now. I don't know who you are. So, like with so many of the objections, acknowledge it, move right back into what you're doing. The biggest mistake I made here is I was buying the policy with my wallet in my head, not hers. So I almost talked her out of the coverage level she wanted. And then we wrapped it up. Everything's fine. So I started out, the first attempt was through one carrier, Americo. She was not approved. I made the pivot to Aetna, and she was approved. And the policy, actually, the price came down by $1 or $2. I scrubbed out that last part of the call because for our purposes, you didn't need to hear all of that. But yeah, that's a call to close. That was done yesterday. And I hope you found some value in it. Have a great day.